If Manny overlooks me, he's gonna lose his belt. I will outstrike him. I will outgrit him. I will outperform him.
Congratulations, Blackburn, on making it this far. Unfortunately, this is where your train stops tonight, and this is where I cement myself as the best.
Crazy One, you should definitely be worried standing across the table from the dog. But you need to worry because you're gonna pass this belt on to me.
Danny, you ain't got a shot. This is my belt. I don't think you're ready. I'm gonna show you that you're not ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power is on.
From Las Vegas, International Fight Week in full effect, and what better way to get the weekend kicked off than Power Slap 8, coming to you for the first time from the beautiful Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, one of the new crown jewels of the fight capital of the world. Power Slap 8, the Crazy Hawaiian versus Van Heerden, presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast, 8 fights on the card, including a pair of title fights in the main and the co-main. Welcome inside the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, our home away from home. The stars starting to trickle in. It's an absolutely stacked card, and as always, it is my pleasure to be joined by the UFC Hall of Famer Michael Bisping. And brother, we have come a long way since Power Slap 1.
Oh, we certainly have, and let's remember, it's International Fight Week, so it's a massive week here in Las Vegas, and I'm very proud to be standing here calling these matches because it's going to be another tremendous night of action. I mean, we've got the super heavyweight title, top to bottom. We're going to see heads slapped off all over the place. We've got former UFC stars like Paige Van Zandt now coming over to Power Slap. It's guaranteed to be another good night.
Bigger and better as we take a look at the main card. What's going down here at the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas? A massive light heavyweight matchup kicking things off when Turp Daddy Slim meets Vernon Cathy. The first of 2 super heavyweight matchups on the main card is Camille Marusarge and the Russian sensation Dumpling. As you mentioned, Bisping, former UFC star Paige Van Zandt making her Power Slap debut against Christine Wolmarans. Our co-main event, it's Emmanuel No Love Muniz defending his welterweight title against Anthony Babyface Blackburn. And in the main event, the big boys, the super heavies, a title fight, the champ, the Crazy Hawaiian, and Danny Van Heerden. The Crazy Hawaiian, all he's done is win a perfect 3-0 in Power Slap, 15-1 in slap fighting in his career, and he's going to have his hands full against the South African Danny Van Heerden.
Yeah, no joke there, Dan, because Danny Van Heerden, this man has done every single form of combat sports, whether it's boxing, K1, mixed martial arts. He's got a really good record in MMA as well, but now he's come over to Power Slap, and he's got his eyes firmly on becoming the super heavyweight champion, but that isn't going to be easy. The Crazy Hawaiian is absolutely gigantic. Won the super heavyweight title last time out. Coming into this one, very, very focused, extremely confident, and as always, when you're the size of that man, you're gonna pack one hell of a slap.
385 pounds, and he said for the first time in Power Slap, his right hand is healthy. He's switched up hands in the past. plans on using the right hand the entire time as we take a look at the top 5 super heavyweights, the striker rankings presented by Kudo Protein Popcorn. Head to kudosnacks.com now and enter the promo code SLAP for 25% off your order. It's the champ taking on the 4th-ranked contender, Danny Van Heerden from South Africa in our main event. As for the co-main event, Emmanuel No Love Muniz defending his welterweight strap for the very first time against the Motown Kid, Anthony Babyface Blackburn, who has yet to lose on a power slap stage.
3-0-1 in power slap is Anthony Blackburn. He comes from Michigan. He said he's got that Michigan grit. He's coming into this one extremely confident because he's realized this is more about technique over power. And he says, I have the cleanest strikes. He's never committed a foul. But that doesn't matter. If you get knocked out, who cares about the technique? And that is what Emmanuel Muniz is capable of doing. The man has ridiculous power. Last time out, knocked out KO Chris to become the champion. There it is right there. Massive style, massive power, and a massive match.
Power slap hasn't even been around for 2 years. And in case you're wondering how it got started, it was Dana White, just like the rest of us, seeing this slap fighting on the other side of the world, said, you know, I might be able to make something of this. The guy that really caught his attention was only 5'9". He was 350 pounds. He was a pig farmer from Siberia. His name, Dumpling.
Пельмень возвращается 28 июня в Вегасе.
Я Василий Комоцкий, фермер из Сибири, с России.
Komatsky popped up on my radar in around 2018 when slapping started popping up on social media.
Первый раз, когда я увидел туннельную пощечину, я просто вышел в толпы, меня друзья вытолкнули на «иди поучаствуй». Я пошел, вырубил 2 человек, и все, пошло.
He definitely caught not only the world's attention, but mine. This guy is the OG of slap fighting.
Так получилось, что, дальше пошли всякие шоу начали делать, меня туда звали. У меня получалось, стал становиться более известным.
He was this big, powerful guy that was knocking people out, and he could take a slap.
Z przybyszem z Rosji, uderzył tak. Nie ruszyło go to za mocno. No nie ruszyło, chyba trafił troszeczkę.
His videos were doing millions of views online. I started to think I could build a real business out of slap fighting.
Когда были первые пощечины, на которых я участвовал в Красноярске, на турнире Саммерин Пауэр-шоу, ведущий меня спросил, что ты делаешь, чем ты занимаешься. Я ему сказал, люблю есть пельмени. Он сказал, можно мы тебя напишем пельмени? Ну, я говорю, пиши. Записали так и прилипло, и все. И нормально, сейчас меня все знают как пельмени. Я даже из-за этого был там лицом компании по производству пельменей. Делал рекламу пельменей.
Dumpling lives on a farm outside of Lansky, Russia. He raises pigs. He has 40 of them. He traveled 5,000 miles to get to Las Vegas. He went from his farm in Russia to the Russian airport, to Qatar, to San Francisco, and then landed in Las Vegas.
Я приехал, чтобы завоевать пояс. В будущем хочется завоевать пояс, а там уже как получится. И аж, получается, первый с России, то тоже гордо, что первый человек с России будет участвовать в пощечине. Что это будет хорошая история.
Vasily Dumpling Komatsky is a true legend in the sport of slap fighting.
С сегодняшнего боя хочу, чтобы фанаты знали, что вот приехал русский чемпион. Мое послание всем супертяжам. Я приехал, бойтесь.
So, Dumpling is quite the character. He's been walking around smiling and laughing with everybody. Made a long trip over here, and he said, what do I do to train? We asked him, we asked all these guys, what do you do to train? He goes, I just work on the farm. I work with the pigs in the morning. I work in the field in the afternoon. He doesn't do a whole lot of slap training.
Yeah, but that's good old-fashioned hard work, Daniel. The man's out there working the land, feeding the pigs, picking things up, just working. Good old-fashioned hard work, and that's all that he needs to do. Listen, the man is a natural. That's why when Dana White saw this, he's like, I've got to get this guy involved. I've got to start this promotion. He's kind of like a pioneer, an OG, and he's come here for business. It was a long old trip to get here. He didn't come to lose. They call him the dumpling. We saw on the feature there. He's eaten 22 rather large dumplings in one sitting, 100 grams of meat in each one. So the man can definitely, he can fill his face with dumplings, but can he take the slaps? That's the real question.
He also has a dumpling sponsorship as well.
Yeah, he does.
One of the biggest personalities in our sport is Austin Turpin. They call him Turp Daddy Slim. Unfortunately for Austin, he hasn't been so slim in quite some time. He had a title fight his last time out that was ruled a non-title fight because he missed weight by about 10 pounds. So you'd think he'd come in extra motivated. He's fighting Vernon Cathy, who's one of the OGs in the sport, one of the older guys. Vernon Cathy dropped 25 pounds to make weight. Austin Turpin missed again by 10 pounds. So much talent, but you have to wonder about the motivation at this point.
Austin Turpin is one of my favorite guys. When he walks out here tonight, he'll light this place on fire. He's a showman at his heart, at his core, right? He's got knockout power. He can take a good shot. We all love the celebration. But none of that matters if you can't make weight. You're disrespecting yourself, the sport, your opponent, Dana White, us, all the work that we put into growing this. If you're going to show up and you can't make weight, get a grip. But he is very, very regretful. And he might be even more regretful because his opponent, Vern Cathy, as we know, he can knock people out with one shot. He's done it multiple times. So if he can go out there and get a big win tonight, okay, maybe he can undo the damage that he's done, but it's not an easy match.
Felt bad about it. He had to give him a little pep talk during our fighter meeting. He's going to be interested to see what his attitude is as he comes out here on stage tonight. You know what they say, styles make fights.
Yes.
And stars make promotions. And the biggest star in Power Slap yet is stepping to the stage tonight. Former UFC star Paige VanZant making her debut against Christine Wolmarans. I know there's a lot of anticipation tonight to see what Paige can do here at the Power Slap table. She's a slight underdog in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Paige VanZant, as we know, she's been on the UFC for a very, very long time. Had a decent career, fought some really, really good competition. Left the UFC, went on Dancing with the Stars. She's done all kinds of combat sports, and she wants to try this out. She says that I'm a gangster. That's her saying that, not me. She's a great fighter. She's had a lot of success. She's had some ups and some downs. I'm really excited to see her here tonight and see what she can do.
She's had a lot of success outside of the octagon. She's done some bare knuckle boxing. She's done some boxing. She's obviously a huge hit on OnlyFans as well. And a lot of people have said, hey, you don't need to do this for the money. Why do you want to do it? She said, because everybody always says I'm a tough girl. This is the ultimate measure of toughness to come out here and stand at that table and go slap for slap.
Yeah, that's right. Listen, these people are adrenaline junkies. One of them said to me, he said, you have no idea what it feels like to stand there and let somebody slap you in the face as hard as you can. And then you get to return the favor. That's what Paige VanZant's going to do tonight. She's going to feel that thrill, feel that rush, and who knows, we might see her here to stay and maybe become a champion one day.
You know, there's a lot of interesting competitors that we've had over the years. So not only do you have Paige VanZant, but you have a guy like Dumpling to fly 5,000 miles, literally across the world, to take part in this promotion, and he could not be happier to be here. What does it say about the growth of the sport? Not only are we here in this marvelous ballroom at the Fontainebleau Las Vegas, listen, we were in the apex at the beginning. It was a slow build. But man, this thing is taking off like a rocket ship. All you have to do is look at social media. What does it say about the sport to have guys like Dumpling, to have gals like Paige VanZant participating in Power Slap?
Well, they know what they're onto. They know this is a massive platform. There's money to be made, and it's fun as well. I'm telling you right now, if you haven't been to a Power Slap event, it is one of the best nights in that you're ever going to have. This place is starting to fill up now. The people are coming in. The atmosphere is building. We haven't even had the first match yet, and you can already feel the energy inside the room. It's going to be another good one, Dan.
All right, let's take a look at what else is going to be going on here tonight. Super heavyweights kicking off the prelims. It's the #1 contender, Dane Viernes, facing Dwayne Crespo. A win by Viernes could set up a match with his brother, who's the champ. Man, that would be fun. He said they're going to have to pay us a lot of money to do that. We'll see if that comes to fruition. Jackie Cataline, you remember her? That illegal viral knockout of Sheena Bathory, her last time out, that was everywhere. She faces newcomer Katharina Leaner, who, oh, by the way, is friends with Sheena Bathory.
Yes.
So there's a little bad blood here right from the jump. And Wesley Drain stands across the table from Isaiah Pretty Boy Quinones to get things kicked off. Back to the main card. Paige VanZant becomes the first former UFC star to make her presence felt on the Power Slap stage. Charlie Arnold is joining us now with more on this big matchup with Christine Wolmarans.
Dan, thank you so much. Yeah, we are all super pumped to see Paige VanZant enter Power Slap. Everybody is excited. A very warm welcome to VanZant. And honestly, everybody at this point is talking about her, and for obvious reasons. Now, VanZant, she has 3 million followers on Instagram, and she calls herself a combat sports collector. She spent time in the UFC, bare knuckle boxing. She was a pro wrestler in AEW. So when she got the opportunity to join Power Slap, she literally jumped on it. She was like, why not? I'm already in tremendous shape. Just last month, she had a boxing match. Also, Austin Turpin has been helping to train and to guide her. On top of that, also, her husband has been getting involved. She says what he's been doing is he's been whacking her literally as hard as he can in their backyard with pool noodles. So I guess that's a little bit of extra prep, if you will. But Van Zandt says she knows exactly what she brings to the table. In her words, I am a gangster. I am ready to take over and have some fun. Now, standing across from her is going to be South African MMA fighter Christine Wolmarans, who is coming on to her second appearance here in Power Slap. She says she is totally ready to absorb all of that extra attention that comes along with facing someone like Van Zandt, but she is quick to say, when you step onto that stage, it does not matter how many followers you have. It doesn't matter what you have accomplished. And also, Christine, very confident about what she is bringing to this product. She's been training very hard. Her training includes MMA, BJJ, also a lot of neck strengthening exercises so she can be extremely stout on defense. All I've got to say, I am super pumped to see these two ladies take center stage for a fight that has quite literally already gone viral before even taking place. Dan, back to you.
Pumped for that one as well. Thank you very much, Charlie. The rules of Power Slap are brought to you by Rumble, bold and free. Download the Rumble app or visit rumble.com. For the striker, they must use a flat, open hand to the cheek or a clubbing foul will be assessed. The feet have to be grounded, no pivoting or stepping. You must declare a hand and a number prior to the strike. For the defender, no chin tucking or flinching. Flinching is massive. It's possibly a point deduction. And the striker, well, they go again. The defender does receive 60 seconds to recover after each strike. 2 fouls get you DQ'd in a 3-round match, 3 fouls in a 5-round match, and you're out. The defender does get 2 minutes to recover after they've been fouled. Power Slap is using instant replay, and if there isn't a finish, we go to the judges' scorecards. All right, here's a look at the stats. Through 164 Power Slap matches, the winners of the coin toss have gone on to win 49.5% of the time. It's basically 50-50. The coin toss doesn't determine the winner, but it can impact the odds. It's up to you where you see the value if you're laying down some cash. The big boys kicking things off to Hawaiian hitman Dane Viernes. Could be one win away from a title shot, and it would be against his brother. But first, he has to get by this man. Dwayne Crespo has been through the wars, slapping against some of the best of the game, and tonight he faces literally his largest opponent. Yeah. And for the first time tonight, we put the Power Slap table to work. 8 fights on the card at the beautiful Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, and the super heavyweights getting us started. These odds are presented by Circus Sports, sports betting the way it should be. Keeping up a busy schedule, Dane Viernes makes his second Power Slap appearance this year. He's eager to welcome Dwayne Crespo to the super heavyweight division in an intriguing clash of big fellas. Hoping to set the tone for a victorious night for Power Slap's first family, Dane the Hawaiian hitman Viernes takes to the stage before his brother, the Crazy Hawaiian. And he'll attempt to show the form that garnered him his first Vegas win over Slap for Cash when he squares off with Dwayne Crespo. Making his 8th Power Slap appearance, Dwayne Crespo established his reputation in the heavyweight division. But tonight, following a big win over Logan Greenhall in February, he moves up with the intention of shaking things up among the big boys at super heavyweight. Coming up next, Dane the Hawaiian hitman faces Dwayne the Iron Giant Crespo. These fighter walkouts brought to you by 10X Health, Precision Nutrition Wellness. Go to 10xnutrition.com. This is the Iron Giant, Dwayne Crespo. The smallest guy in the super heavyweight division moved up because he thought this would be his quickest route to a title. And he says, not cutting weight. Well, that certainly helps him out quite a bit, Michael Bisping.
Yeah, he also feels like they're not generally as athletic in the super heavyweight division. Of course, they are bigger, they are heavier, and they probably do hit harder, but he's very, very confident also. As you mentioned, it gets him to a title fight quicker. If you can put together a nice little a little streak, he feels like he'll get a title shot quicker because he's been around for a while at heavyweight. This is, I believe, his 9th fight. He's now training with Damian DeBell as well, who we saw a second ago, because, well, he's not a competitor anymore. He lost to him in the past. He lost by knockout, but now he's training with him. They're exchanging tips, and he really feels that that has really helped him to up his game, and he's coming into this one as a super heavyweight reborn.
Some guys treat this as a hobby. Dwayne Crespo treats this as a profession. He trains full-time, one of the real junkies of the sport, always chatting about technique and form with other guys on the roster, and he has no fouls in 7 fights. Nobody else can say that. The Hawaiian hitman, Dane Viernes, is coming into this one a -240 favorite. If he wins, could be a potential showdown with his brother, the crazy Hawaiian, who's the champion.
Yep.
His brother is here watching him walk out right now. Says his biggest issue is focusing on no fouls, Charlie.
Yeah, no fouls, and he's been very focused in the, what we'll call it, the off season since his last time out. You might not be able to tell, guys, but Dane Viernes, he has dropped 10 pounds. Can you tell?
No, not really.
Okay, I figured as much. He's crediting it to his time he's been spending in the gym alongside his brother and uncle. They've all been going together, holding each other accountable, which has been fantastic. Though he is down a few. He's 377 pounds still. His opponent, Dwayne Crespo, weighed in at 278. That is a 100-pound difference. And Hawaiian Hitman says he gives props to Crespo, who typically fights below the 265-pound heavyweight limit, for moving on up. But he says he is not the right guy to experiment on. He says this fight will end with a, quote, one-slap medevac that will send Crespo right back to that weight class that he came from, guys.
Well, the biggest win for Dane Viernes was, of course, when he made his debut against Slap for Cash. Round 2, knocked him out. It was a vicious knockout. Slap for Cash headbutted the stand, fell over, didn't get up for quite some time. And remember, Slap for Cash came into this one like very cocky, like he was going to take over the sport. Well, Dane Viernes put that one to bed, put him to bed, and looking to put his opponent to bed tonight.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for our first fight of the night. It's Dwayne Crespo Jr. and the Hawaiian Hitman. The Hawaiian Hitman, 1 year older, a pretty massive 6-inch reach advantage, and the hand size also much bigger for the bigger Hawaiian Hitman. Let's send it now to Justin Bernard, our Power Slap announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power is on. Welcome to the Power Slap Arena, live from the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. This is Power Slap 8, the Crazy Hawaiian versus Ben Heerden. This match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap Super Heavyweight Division and presented by Amino Heal, the official brain protection supplement of Power Slap. Introducing to you first, in the blue corner, he stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 278 pounds, out of Rochester, New York, Dwayne, the Iron Giant Crespo. And in the red corner, he stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 377 pounds, out of Las Vegas, Nevada. He is a #1 ranked super heavyweight contender in the world, Dane, the Hawaiian Hitman Viernes. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Kerry Hatley. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Dwayne Crespo.
Fun fact for you, only 15.2% of our matches in Power Slap have ended by knockout on the first slap. We'll see if that indeed does come to fruition tonight in our first match of the evening. This first slap of the night brought to you by Brickhouse Nutrition. Build better nutrition, one brick at a time at brickhousenutrition.com. And here we go, Bisping.
Yeah. So as Charlie said, 100-pound weight difference, which is gigantic for the Hawaiian Hitman. But for Crespo, he's probably like, well, I'm more muscle. You're carrying a lot of flab. And if it's flab, that's useless. Yeah, there's some weight there which can transform into power, but I wouldn't be surprised if Crespo can win this one because, you know, 270, 265, 365. They're both big boys. They both got power. Let's see how Crespo does.
4 of Crespo's 5 wins have come by knockout. Let's see if he can do it here.
1, 2.
He ate that like a snack cake.
Eating it up. Wasn't bothered one little bit, not phased in the slightest. Didn't even look like it particularly hurt him. He actually looked like he enjoyed it. He's like, oh, yeah, come on. Give it to me again. He didn't even move.
I mean, his neck, can you imagine the neck size? I know you're a big custom suit guy, right? You're probably like a 16.5, 17-inch neck. That's probably a 22-inch neck.
I don't know when the last time I measured my neck was, but it's about 18 inches.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but it ain't nowhere near the size of the Hawaiian Hitman. As I said, I'm kind of correcting myself. I said, oh, an extra 100 pounds, it doesn't matter.
Think it matters?
I take that back.
Already you're walking it back.
I'm wrong. The man doesn't move.
Left on one. Are you going to measure?
All right, remember for the Hawaiian Hitman, 1 win by knockout. That was his first ever match against Slap for Cash. He lost by disqualification in his last one.
There's your measure.
Very focused on not fouling is the Hawaiian Hitman.
Look at the size of the hands.
Juicy.
Nah, I didn't like it. I don't think it was juicy. Crespo took it like it was nothing. He's complaining it was a little high.
You know, this is kind of his MO. This is what he does. It may have been just a shade high.
Yeah, he does do that a lot. But it's kind of like a little high, though, to be fair.
Yeah, it's kind of like in the NBA when everybody, Luka Doncic and these guys just complain about getting fouled every time. That's Crespo.
Yeah.
So make sure you're touching. Okay, Blue, hand and count.
Wait on 3.
Right on 3.
Sorry, fast one.
I'd actually give
right
that
on
to
3.
Fast one.
Crespo in round 1.
Okay.
I don't know, actually.
It's really close.
It is.
There's your measure.
Look at the Hawaiian Hitman having a little fun.
1.
Look at the speed of that wind-up.
2.
He kind of leaned into it.
He did.
Is that illegal? It's the opposite of a flinch.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like a reverse flinch.
Yeah.
But that's a technique a lot of guys use. It's almost like the opposite of trying to roll with the punch.
Oof. Look at the ripple. But it's not minimizing the power of the shot that you're about to receive. It's actually making it stronger.
But he's so massive that Crespo can't even get through the slap.
No. He's got quite a lot of neck fat.
30 seconds.
It's the first time I've seen neck fat ripple.
All right, you set. Shoulders down a little bit.
At what point does it become demoralizing as well for Crespo? Because you move up to his new weight class. He's never fought at super heavyweight before.
I think it already is.
Yeah, but now he's like, oh, crap. I made a big mistake.
I can't even put a dent in this guy. The Hawaiian Hitman promised us a knockout. Let's see if it happens here. Not a lot on that one.
He's complaining again. You're absolutely right, Dan Haley. Every time he's got a little complaint. That looked okay to me. Of course, with the beard, it can, you know, get people to struggle.
He kind of
sometimes.
brushed his shoulder a little bit before he went. I think it's a clean blow. So how do you score that one, right? You don't even move to Hawaiian Hitman, but he did absolutely zero damage to Crespo.
I give it to the Hitman, for sure. It just looked like a better slap, more impact. The Hawaiian Hitman,
Don't let him take that fucking
like, if he was asleep, I doubt that would have even woke him up.
That's the heavyweight champ, Damian DeBell, who's coaching the blue corner, coaching Crespo up. They used to be opponents. Now they talk a lot more because Crespo says, hey, I don't have to face him anymore, so we're comparing tips. Let's see what kind of a tip he gave him here. This is a huge round 3 for Crespo.
Will it be just the tip that he needed?
I see what you did there.
1, 2.
I called a fair blow. Crespo likes that one. Didn't do a lot of damage, though. Again, he's not able to move Viernes off the spot.
And that's the problem, because even though it might be a really powerful blow, when your opponent hardly moves, doesn't make any kind of reaction, there's a bit of swelling on that left eye, to be fair. But when the opponent doesn't move, that's going to influence the judges a little bit. And that, again, is where the size comes in.
That is clearly the best strike of the match thus far by Crespo. So credit him for that. He got through that one, didn't get stuck right as soon as he met that boulder of a head at the top the Hawaiian Hitman's shoulders.
You're touching, hand and count.
Well, this crowd is filling up. They want somebody.
Left on one with the measure. With the measure. Left
yes, they
on
do.
one.
So no pressure, Hawaiian Hitman, but this crowd is thirsty.
There's your measure.
He can eat a slap. Can he deliver the knockout blow here in round 3?
Nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't the best shot.
This is actually a pretty close match.
It's a very close match. I'm a little surprised at that final blow from the Hawaiian Hitman. I just didn't seem to have a lot of force behind it. The sound wasn't particularly impressive. It wasn't a good shot.
Look at the feet. He kept those feet down. He didn't foul for the first time in a long time. Coming into this fight,
Okay, hang in there.
he had 4 slaps and 2 fouls, so 50% of the time was a foul for the Hawaiian Hitman. Here's your scorecard, Bisping.
Yeah, I mean, I hope I don't have to justify it to the Hawaiian Hitman's face later. But judging by slaps to the face, I thought Crespo landed the better shots in 1 and 3. Round 3, I was a little underwhelmed by the Hitman's, you know, not the power, not the attempt. I mean, he tried everything he had, but there wasn't much on it. Crespo didn't get a reaction, but I feel like there was some good impact there. So that's what I'm basing that on.
All right, so you have Crespo. If Crespo does indeed get the win, it would be quite an achievement in his first ever super heavyweight bout. The official decision is presented by Kudo Protein Popcorn. Head to kudosnacks.com now and enter the promo code SLAP for 25% off your order.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score the contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Dwayne the Iron Giant Crespo.
I'm here with the winner, Dwayne Crespo. Dwayne, super heavyweight division, you came, you saw, you conquered. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. I thought it'd be a little harder. I thought supers could hit hard. My division, #1 heavyweight, #1 super.
Well, it's crazy to think you were 100 pounds lighter than the Hawaiian Hitman. I mean, did you even think that you stood a chance? Obviously you did, or you wouldn't be here, correct?
I'm gonna win. Again, no one's taking that extra money from my family. It ain't happening. 400 pounds, 600 pounds, I do not care.
And I know when you entered this division, your goal was to go to the very top. Obviously, he's the #1 contender. You wanted to skyrocket to the top of this division. Now that you've beat him, do you feel like you've done enough to earn that title opportunity?
I think 8 fights, no fouls, #1 in heavyweight, #1 in super, no title shots. I think it's time.
So what do you want to be next for you? Super heavyweight title fight? Heavyweight title fight?
I'm in super. Let's get the super title.
Okay, well, Dwayne Crespo, congratulations.
The Iron Giant improving to 6-2. That post-fight interview brought to you by 10X Health Precision Nutrition Wellness. Go to 10xnutrition.com. So, one fight, one win in super heavyweight for Dwayne Crespo, getting it done. Maybe not in emphatic fashion, but impressive nonetheless, Michael Bisping.
Yeah, what impressed me was his ability to take the shots of a gigantic man like the Hawaiian Hitman.
Oh, good work by Crespo. The first match of Power Slap 8 is in the books. To watch live and free the rest of this card, all you have to do is download and open the Rumble app now, or go to rumble.com. Rumble, the home of Power Slap, and the only place to watch the rest of the card. It's so easy, just like YouTube. If you're watching us anywhere else right now, tune into Rumble. Download the app. Go to rumble.com. You're not going to want to miss what's going down at the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas tonight. Power Slap 8 coming to you live from this gorgeous, gorgeous building less than 2 years in, and Power Slap is already getting more views than several major sports leagues. And tonight, we're setting a new attendance record here at the Fontainebleau. Going to be about 3,000 strong.